Help me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's butt cracker season. As you can tell by my sweatshirt, I'm missing you, Nutcracker. With Nutcracker comes ballet. Ballet comes with point. Point comes with point shoes. Point shoes comes with buying them, and buying them comes with sewing them. Sewing point shoes is my favorite thing in the world. Joke's on you, it's probably one of my least favorite things in the world. Every time I even talk about ballet on social media, people are always commenting and asking like,
can you teach us how to sew point shoes? I'm a beginner, I need help.
When you look up sewing point shoes, it's like all these professionals come up and all these professional sewers and they're all really good at it, and the stitches are perfect, the darning is perfect, everything is just the expectation of the situation. When in reality for me, it is nothing of the sort. So today I'm gonna be giving you an unfiltered point shoe sewing tutorial. So Nutcracker rehearsals have officially started and most of my rolls are actually on point, so I need a new pair of point shoes sewed. Oh, and speaking of Nutcracker, after my first Nutcracker rehearsal, I came home to a lovely surprise of the Rat King in my pool. And you guys know what happens to the Rat King. Roll the tape. So there's a dead rat in the pool. It looks like a leaf though. Ooh. Poor little mousey. I feel bad. Mousey. That was a dumb decision. Why'd you go in the water knowing you can't swim?
I just cleaned out this pool yesterday.
There are bugs eating.
There's a big fat rat in there. Might be a possum baby.
Possum baby.
Where should I
Just
put
like
him?
the Rat King died.
Put him in
He's
the neighbor's yard? Should I put him in the neighbor's yard?
No.
Oh no, why'd you put him over the table?
Let's get into this tutorial because I really want this to be over with. I hate this so much. I'm so professional that I carry around my Lucky Starbucks bag. Ooh, what was the order for this? Bonnie, bacon, Gouda. Who's Bonnie? You know, I carry all my stuff, my sewing kits, one point shoe. You know, just in case you might need one. I don't know, you might lose one. But yeah, I have everything I need in this little Starbucks bag for Bonnie. So the first thing you're going to need are some shoes. I wear the Vertice Medoras. So I wear a size 4, 4X medium shank. So I think the X's are width, and then medium shank is this part, so how hard the shoe is. The reason why I like medium shank is because, it's not too hard, it's not too soft, it's right in the middle. It's just right. The second thing you're gonna need is ribbons and elastic. And I like to reuse my ribbons. I know that's a pretty common thing for ballet dancers. You like to reuse your ribbons so you don't have to buy new ones for every shoe. And it's gonna be different for really everybody, just depending on how much slack you would want on your ribbons when you tie them. Personally, I don't like that much slack. And you're gonna need elastic too. You're gonna need 4 ribbons and 2 elastics. If you have a big long ribbon, you can usually cut it, and then same thing for elastic. I support safety on this channel, so I'm gonna be using safety scissors today. And they struggle to even cut paper. Yards of extra durable, lightly waxed nylon thread. You're also gonna need a sewing kit. I have this little baby sewing kit from, where is it from? Oh, it's actually from Bun Hats. It's this baby stitch kit. It's perfect for beginners. It comes with a needle, it comes with a thread, it comes with literally everything that you need to sew point shoes at the start. Hands are really shaky. Also, I don't usually darn my shoes. I did for a little while there. I know it's a common thing also for ballet dancers to darn the top of their shoes. If you don't know what it is, it's basically when they sew the top of their shoes, usually just around the corner. I used to do full top of the box darning, which I think was a little much. It's supposed to help with balance and turns and helping you not slip. Maybe I'll make a separate tutorial on that one because I just don't have the physical and mental energy to darn today. Don't poke yourself, guys. Whenever I sew my point shoes, there's always bloodshed because I end up poking myself. This is how I usually hold my needle. I stab it into my ottoman. I'm sorry. All right, we got the thread. Ooh, it's like my hair. Now we have to thread the needle. Honestly, I think this is the hardest part. It just takes a lot of concentration. It's pretty tedious. This whole thing is pretty tedious. I usually wet the end of it so that I can go through the needle easier. but like it's that long. That's pretty good. I did pretty good for like not measuring it. This is the hardest part for me. You have to tie a knot at the bottom. I swear if this doesn't stop curling up. The needle is threaded. My mom actually had to help a little bit, but now we got a nice little threaded needle. A lot of people sew their elastics on in different ways. I've seen some people sew it on the outside. I've seen some people do it across like this. Personally, I like to sew my elastics on the inside, almost parallel to the seam line and down a little bit. The further down that the elastic goes, the tighter it'll be to your foot, because I have a problem where like my heel will slip out from the back of the pointe shoe. If I sew it like this, it helps it not come off. I like to pin down my ribbons using a push pin or a needle in this case to hold down the elastic to see where I want to sew it. So how it's gonna work is I'm gonna do a little whip stitch around the side of the shoe, and then when I get to here, we're gonna start another stitch, but let's just focus on this side. You put the needle in, comes out the top. Ooh, girlypop, she didn't go through the shoe very well. Redo. Gotta make sure it's down in there. Gotta get it down in there. Pull it through. Ooh, I poked myself. Unfiltered. Girlypop's already tangled. Oh my god. See guys, I hate this. So I finished sewing down the first side around the bottom, and then I'm working up the next side so we can start going across here, and then that's pretty much done for this side of the elastic. That was pretty fast. And the thing to it, to make it go a little bit faster, is that you don't have to make itty bitty stitches. You can make more spaced out stitches, but it still can be secured to the shoe. So I think that's a big thing that helps me go a little bit faster. And also they don't have to be perfect, because like check out my stitches. They are nothing of the sort. When it comes to sewing shoes, perfection is not the key. It's more like just functional. Okay, so I've gotten my stitches all the way around, and now it's time to work on the second stitch, which is also really easy. So all you have to do is you have to put the needle all the way through the shoe, bring it out, and then do the same thing on the other side. Bring it all the way through, bring it out. And you kind of just keep doing that thing, bring it out, bring it out. Also be careful not to sew your drawstring. The drawstrings are right here. So I think about here to where the seam is about the borderline of where I go as high as I go. Because you don't want to sew your drawstrings, because then you wouldn't be able to pull your shoe tight. That's pretty much it for sewing the elastic, and it's also pretty similar for the ribbons. So now you have to tie it off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it close to where it connects with the needle. Let's put the needle in here so I don't step on it by accident, because I feel like that's something I'd likely do. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna tie a knot all the way to where the elastic is, so then it's super tight, and then you're gonna cut off the remaining ribbon. Thread, tie a double knot. Keep it super tight. Sometimes I even do a triple knot. All right, there you go. And now you're gonna cut it pretty close to where the knot is. You sewed on half of your elastic. Congratulations! Pull test to see if it's secure. That is very secure. Look at that. Woo! Now it's time to do the other side. Same technique, same game. First I gotta thread the needle again. See, what's going on, girlypop? It keeps curling up. Mama, can you help me? Alright, so next up is the ribbons. It's really similar. It's actually the same thing. So you're gonna do the same stitches around this area. I like to sew it here, like right here near the seam, again, across the side of the shoe. And I also like to do it a little bit on a diagonal, because that's just kind of like how I like it when I end up tying my pointe shoes. It's different for everybody. For a stronger hold than just kind of having like the thin fabric on there, what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold it just a little bit, then it's a little bit thicker, so then it won't like rip off as easily. That's about how I like to sew mine. Like a little bit on a diagonal, kind of straight, but like that. Same thing at the top on this one, in and out. You need to be very careful when you're sewing your ribbons on because you don't want to nag your little elastic, like tightener ribbon thing. Especially with the vertice Medoras because they're on the side of the shoe. That can be a little bit annoying sometimes, so making sure you just kind of keep them out of the way. I usually like hold them down like this so then they can't get in the way. 73 hours later, I finally finished sewing these shoes. I hope I sewed them good enough so that they don't pop off in the middle of class or rehearsal, but I think I did a pretty good job. The last step of the process is to burn the edges of the ribbons so that they don't fray as much. These ones actually don't need much burning. You can see the little burn marks on this one from already being burned because these are already used. And they're in pretty good shape, but I'm still gonna burn them a little bit because they're fraying a teeny bit. Don't try this at home, kids, without your parents' supervision. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Da-da-da-da-da. Yay! Burnt and everything. So I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload new videos coming out every single week. And I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.